Today is Kobe, Jordan, and Nike release day. We got the Kobe 6 Protro Dodgers. We got the Jordan 3. We also got some Deion Sanders Ravens. So anyways, we at my favorite mall, sneaker mall. We about to go inside and see what's popping. So here they go, the Kobe 6 Protro Dodgers. But we're gonna take a look at this later. There's some other shoes I wanna get into before we open this joint up. So here are the Air Jordan 3s. And what's crazy about this shoe, and I have to show you guys both shoes, is that the Nike Air is inverted on the other pair. This is the left pair, it looks normal here, but on the right pair is inverted. They removed the elephant print and then introduced the suede, and it's predominantly all leather. And due to the suede characteristics, please be aware there's potential color contamination. So you gotta be mindful when you see this suede, man. It could bleed, I get on your clothes, etc. Now, I don't think it's a bad shoe, but do you want to pay the price for this right now? When I got here, the shoe wasn't even put out, so it lets me know that there's not that big of an interest for these. So we're gonna patiently wait for these to go on sale. I think it'll be a cool pair to have, just like those reimagined black toes that came out several months ago. That's also a cool shoe. It kind of changed how that shoe looked, removing the Wings logo and put the ear. Matter of fact, it's better that I show you than tell you. Here they go. These are reimagined black toes. See, they removed the Wings logo, put the Air Jordan. This is different. Now, I have seen this done before, but not in this form, because this one actually got the birthmark, the Nike Air on the tongue. And I remember seeing them in gray and orange back in the day, so no one cared about this particular design. I think it's different, and you probably won't see it again, so that's why I probably cop it. Plus, I'm a Jordan 1 collector. So I'm gonna patiently wait for those, and I'm most definitely gonna patiently wait for these reimagined UNCs. One of my favorite colorways on shoes. That UNC blue powder blue, baby blue. Love that colorway. And I like this pair. I do got the 2015, 16 pair, the OG. So I definitely got a cop to reimagine. And guys, here is the Jordan 3, and this is the box, the old school Michael Jordan face box. This is different. Flight on the inside. You got the wax paper, and these do come extremely waxed, just like you saw the yellow ochres, just like you saw, I think the reimagined. A lot of shoes, because of the material they're using, you have to protect them with wax paper severely. So here's the other shoe that I was referencing. See how that Nike Air is reversed? Hopefully it's showing up in the camera. From your angle, it may be reversed, how I'm positioned here, chatting. But to give you perspective, here you go. Here's another reference. This is the left shoe. Just remember, because they got that tag on there, and this is the right shoe. Doesn't have that tag. So if we flip it over, the right shoe has that reverse Nike Air, but the left shoe has the normal Nike Air. That's different. That's clever. Not sure if we're gonna see that again, unless Travis Scott comes out with the Air Jordan 3. You may see some variant of it. It does have the word Rare Air on the insole. These are the outsole. Now, I do remember getting a top 3 Jordan 4. Yes, they remind me of that shoe. This does. Main feature is that Nike Air on the back heel. That's clever. By the way, these are size 12, my size, but I'm gonna politely pass for now. Guys, believe it or not, another pair of shoes came out today. We got hit with 2 Nikes and 1 Jordan. And that third shoe I don't see on shelf right now, but we definitely gonna inquire about it. Meanwhile, while they bring that shoe out, we're gonna take a look at these KDs. Are they retail $150 for those? We also got the Easter joints. We also got the MVPs. Are these considered MVPs or the scoring titles? I forget. I know those are the Christmas, and I know these are the Nerf. Crazy how we got all these retro KDs in the building, and we got the new joints as well from the KD 16s rather, 16 or 17s. 17s, this is the Magic colorway, Phoenix Suns. But I take a look at them. We got them. Anyways, I'm showing this because these are the KD 18s, the new joints. It actually look like a, what do you call that shoe? That's real thick, chunky, I forget. But anyways, these are gold and volts. I don't know, is that green? EYBL joints, and they're hitting for $160. And here's another color of them. I actually like this better because I feel this pair will stick out on court a lot better. I like loud shoes on the basketball court. These are the Air Diamond Turf Ravens Deion Sanders shoe, and this pair is the second release. The first release was back in 2010, hitting for $110. Now 15 years later, they're back, and we're paying $150 for these. Now, do you think these are worth it? Do you like them? I mean, it does got a hit of purple right there. And you got a gold Nike on the back heel, and you got this little mesh on the lateral and medial side of the shoe, Nike swoosh on the strap. The only Raven that you can see in this shoe is on the outsole. That's where that purple comes in play. Now, are these worth $250? Comment down below. Let me know. There's all kinds of diamond turfs we got. We got this one, gold and black. This one's on sale. We got this colorway as well. I'm not sure if you guys care for it. I remember owning one of these back in the days and actually played football, flag football in a pair. I had to take the insoles because they run super, super tight. But back in 2015, 16, people wasn't really checking for these unless it was like the OG colorways. And by the way, these are the Diamond Turf Max. Not to be confused with the Air Diamond Turf that I have shown at release today. But these is just as guappy. $170. And even though today was Kobe Day, they still have tons of Kobe still available, like these Masterpiece. And right above it, we also got the Protro version. And these are considered however they're guappy, 240 for these Cobes. And before we move on to the next spot, let's take a time to appreciate these shoes. Comment down below if you actually purchased these shoes day one. And if they go on sale, will you double up? This is definitely a must-have for me. This is a shoe I'm definitely going to circle back this year to cop along with those. But my priority are these first, those second. I feel like I pretty much got every J that released in the last few months still widely available on the shelves, like these Mellow 12. It's crazy. We're getting a lot of retro shoes from retros, and all these retros are sitting. It looks like Foot Locker didn't have the only line in the building today. It looks like GameStop also has a line. Not sure what they're selling. So we're in JD Sports, and JD Sports is not gonna have the Kobe's. What's good, bro? They never have, and they never will get them. Clearly can change because JD Sports have acquired multiple different stores like Shoe Palace, Hibbett Sports, and I think those stores do get Kobe's. So anything can change in the future, and it looks like they got the Ravens as well, widely available, just sitting on shelves. They got the Barclays. They also got the Bo Jacksons that came out like 3 years ago. I know I'm not crazy. Those did came out 3 years ago. We got the Laker, more up-tempos. Excuse me, Air Max, more up-tempos, hitting for 160. Another retro of a retro. And these Challengers as well. They're 150 here. So we're gonna check the reduced rack to see what Jordans they have on sale. They got some mids for 110. We got the patent leather joints, which can be found in a Nike factory store. They're 115 here at the factory. They're 90, I believe. And also got the cool gray Jordan 1 lows, and these are hitting for $95 as well. And this store may not get Kobe's, but they do get retros, and it's got these threes as well. The Rare Airs, and right below it, we got the Lucky Short threes, which no one really care about. Then we got the Reimagine 1 Kyle G 180. Oh look, the Rare Airs are on sale for 150. Another pair of Rare Airs. I like to see what they have for Comfy Walkers and JD Sports, because JD Sports do get a lot of Air Maxes exclusively to this store. I have never seen those Vomeros. Do got the Shock Air Maxes. Also got this colorway. This is clean. I like this. $180 for that. You also got this gradient red style colorway. Not mad at that. Look at this one. That's different. It's another shoe that you haven't seen in a while. These are predominantly all black Vomero 5s. Hard to find. I saw these shoes a year ago in a Nike employee store, and they did not have my size. And now, a year later, here they are. They reproduce tons of them. So you can start seeing them flood the market here shortly. This is a highly sought after Vomero. Before we get out of here, they still got the Mellow 12s. And why do you think the buzz fell flat for this shoe? Is it because Melo is no longer in the league, he's not playing, or this wasn't really a hype shoe to begin with? Because back in the days, they sold out. Maybe it's a different class and breed of people buying shoes today. Clearly it is. That shoe is what, 20 years old? Here's another old shoe that people don't seem to be caring about. The New Love. I call them the New Love Unos. This came out, what, 7 years ago? Here they are, retro again. And it's true to OG because look at the Gel Wings logo. The pair that came out in 2017 or 18 had the Wings logo like that, embossed and bordered. This one got the gel, just like the pack it came in back in the days. So this is the closest OG you can get, and it comes in a single. So we're in a small foot. Small foot still have the Jordan 12s, the Jordan 1s, the Rares, all the usual suspects that we've been seeing in the other stores as well. They do got some Vomeros, they do got some shots. They got the Pegasus, they got the Joss, and wow, caught my eye for a second. I saw 50, I thought these were dunks. Those are not dunks. I think those are Terminator lows. Yup, they are. These are dunks, but these are hitting for 100. Okay, Air Max Plus, 139. I ain't mad at it. I actually like that color. This can't be true. Are these already on sale? I think these are the DN8s. The DN8s already on sale. That's crazy. You got the bread colorway. You got this Bolt blue and black colorway. I ain't mad at that colorway. Not mad at that colorway either. Romero's on sale. Damn, that's crazy. And so are the book ones for 80. That's fairly cheap. I need to get a pair. I need to try them on. All purple joint. I love that outsole. Now that's a real gradient. Purple to like orange and yellow. That's dope. 80 beans for this. All right, so this is gonna be our last stop for the day, which is Shoe Palace. Now, I know Shoe Palace do get Kobe's. What I do know what they have are the Air Jordan 3 Rare Airs, because they did a raffle this past Tuesday. And when Shoe Palace have Kobe's, they clearly do raffles, and I did not see a raffle this past Tuesday. Usual suspects is still here. I'm verifying that the price went down. This one $85.99. Is this shoe was a 185 shoe? I thought it was a 180 shoe. Am I tripping? Now, to be fair, I never checked the price of those Air Jordan 1 UNC Reimagined. I think I've been quoting 180 for these shoes the whole time, but it shows 185. Am I tripping? I have to look at another pair and I have to fact check myself. We'll verify that later. Now, it doesn't change the fact I'm gonna buy it or not. I'm just curious because I've never seen a $185 Jordan before. So I found another pair and this one is 179. Okay, I'm not tripping. It looks like that was mislabeled, but there are 180 if you guys are curious to know, like I am. One thing about the Air Jordan 1 rear ears is that this swoosh will change a different color after wear, or you can get some acetone and remove the black paint and expose the underlying color of this swoosh. I think that's dope. And guys, there's no shortage of Air Jordan 1 mids. I like the patent leather black and white, and I love that outsole. That's clean. They also got the hamburger joints. It's just so many mids and lows, guys. Oh, the Obsidian. Nope, still not on sale. 140 for those. And even though the 3s came out today, I do not see them on shelf. I don't see them on any racks. Nothing. Look like they didn't even put them out. However, what they did put out are these Diamond Turf. Air Diamond Turf to be exact. They're $154.99. They're available. Ooh, this is clean. Super, super clean. 125 for them. Dominantly all black with that purple hits. Love that. Very subtle purple. The Psychic foams, these are $229. There has been a pair of foams that went on sale. There they go. These are them. They're $169. I remember when I was here, they had to correct the price because they had the sale tag, but then they had the sale price. Yeah. Every time I come here, I always find mistagged shoes. These are hitting for $100. These are KD Nerfs. Ooh, look at these. Now, I would give this grade A, but I would have to actually fill this shoe. Nike would get an F because I know they copy other creators who has designed these shoes for the last 3 or 4 years. There's so many creators that use the fat laces on these Air Forces. I can't tell you how many times I have seen fat behind laces. It's a great look. I'm not an Air Force One guy, but I can't appreciate it. And I know Nike copied that style. Shame on you, Nike. You gotta feeling great. Before I get out of here, I also want to let you guys know, if you don't have a JD Sports in your area, you can always check Shoe Palace if you're looking for the new Love 1. They're here for $134.99. Just FYI. Look at that outsole. Guys, Kobe's storytelling is starting to feel very, very familiar. Like Jordan Brand used to craft multiple different stories for their Jordan retros. Now they're doing the same thing with Kobe's. Baseball, the Dodgers, the first pitch. We're finding every thread to pull on, at least they are. They're stitching these stories, but we're paying the price. Crazy. It's not just about the colorway anymore. It's about the narrative. From a first pitch at a Dodger Stadium to a number 8 stitch on the back of the heel, Nike is turning Kobe moments into sneaker mythology. Sounds like Jordan-ish deja vu wannabe type behavior. I'm just saying, $190? That's a throwback in more ways than one. See, the Kobe 6 Protros didn't just borrow a story from baseball. It borrowed a price from the old Jordan playbook. $190 used to be Jordan's old pricing. Now it's Kobe's lane too. The Kobe line is entering its own legacy era. That's facts. Just like Jordan Brand found ways to keep Mike's story going, Nike's doing the same thing with the Kobe brand. I can't get over the Dodgers pitch, the number 8, the stitching in the tongue, the storytelling. It's just not sneakers, it's strategy. And Nike's clever for it. And the real facts, guys, I was gonna do a micro review at the crib, but I couldn't ignore the fact that what Nike is doing. The storytelling, the marketing, it feels real Jordan brand-ish. They're finding a way to keep us locked in, buying into emotions, not just sneakers. And even when the story doesn't hit, somehow it still sticks. Crazy. Anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what type of videos you'd like to see in the future. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next building. Peace. Oh, by the way, we found out why those people were in line at the GameStop. It was over Pokemons. Hey, I got a quick question for you guys. What was the line for at GameStop?
The line?
Yeah. So I asked one of the homies who was waiting in line what was going on at GameStop, and he showed me this Pokemon. What is it? Scarlet and
It's a new set. Dustin Rivals.
Is what?
Dustin Rivals. The new set.
Dustin Rivals. Okay, got you. And this is.
These are all just the single packs.
The single packs that came in the box.
No, that's.
Are they separate? Okay.
Yep.
And do they worth value or?
The market value is crazy because the hobby is pretty hard nowadays.